The neighbors aren't like severely concerned.
I'm severely lit, bro.
Okay,
It's probably the usual
welcome everybody
behavior.
back to the Cage Cast. Oh my god. Sorry. This is your host Cage, and I'm back with Money Isco Jays and our guest Bell. If you guys want to say hello.
I just dropped my phone.
Oh man.
Smooth, boys, smooth.
All right. All right. Well, let's get started. Super League table, Vape, if you want to pull that up for us. I think it's been kind of a surprise, actually, as we go through the list. So our top four is Madrid, Ajax, Brighton, and Bayern, followed by Milan, Lyon, Liverpool, Leipzig, Arsenal, City, Atletico, Boca, Man U, and then from 14th down, it's Swansea, Inter, Leverkusen, Benfica, Sociedad, Valencia, and Galaxy in last. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I don't even know what we want to start talking about.
Yo, why is Man City in 10th, Cage?
Oh wow, that's the first thing I want to talk about. Okay.
I've been mad.
I mean, we've just had some bad results. That's all. I don't think there's too much to go into it. We got sometimes unfortunate situations came up, but I think we'll be good coming our second half of the season. I'm not worried.
I am worried about my pal Seth being stuck on that team.
Okay,
dude, what about Seth?
He's not leaving.
Hashtag free Seth.
Let my pal live.
He's living. He's having.
He's
fun.
dying on that team, man.
I don't believe you.
No,
How
if
do
you
you
think
tell
about it,
me?
though, that's truly reflective of Cage's management skills. We all knew he was going to struggle, so 10th is pretty reflective of like where
I'm
he's at.
3 points off you. You can't even
You're
say
not too
that
far
much.
behind, brother.
That's
Yeah, but,
fucking
you
low,
just got
fucking
through, like, the
mid-table
easy part of
shitters.
your
Am I right,
schedule, bro.
Money?
We pushed
Oh
your shit
my
in. We
God.
pushed your shit in when we played you, so let's calm down. Pump the brakes.
Pushed our shit in.
Did we have
Okay.
like 2 lagouts versus you?
No, you didn't.
You sure about that, Mayor Captain?
Yeah, I'm
You
sure.
sure? You bet your life
Yeah.
on it, would you?
I'm sure. Anyway,
Seems likely.
yeah, like I said, there's a lot to talk about. Madrid in front. What do you guys got to say about that? A lot of people are talking about,
Their ass.
I
that
can't score.
people have that opinion.
They literally have won like all their games 1-0. Eventually, your luck runs out. They were like in first by like 6 points at one point, and now they've already slid back to being tied with Ajax, 1 point in front of Brighton and 3 points in front of Bayern.
Speaking
all
of
know what's
teams,
gonna happen.
speaking of teams that were in first place, what happened to Leipzig? Isco,
What do you mean? Like 8 points off first.
you were in first place. What do you mean? What?
What do you mean?
You were in first place. Remember
Listen,
week 1 when
I made it abundantly clear that I
Oh
had
my
low
God.
expectations for my team. I put us
That's
at
cap.
13th
That's
place
cap.
That's-
you
because
did it on purpose.
we're a new team.
You did it
and
on
we're
purpose.
gelling.
Nobody believes you. Nobody
You
believes
literally
you.
talking shit about being number one. when you were
There's
first.
verifiable proof that on this podcast I stated that we were a 13th place team. So back to looking at Real Madrid, I don't think that their recent results are that good. I mean, versus a lowly 8th place Leipzig, which should be in 13th place, they barely beat us. It was 2-1. And Frank, I think it was 1-1 at one point, and then I think it was Murray. Murray sold the bag super hard. I don't know what he did, but he was like watching K-pop
Oh, that's a good
videos or
manager
something.
right there, blaming his players.
No, he admitted it. He literally said that he was like watching his radar and like looking at like the map and like not looking at his player. And like Fuddy literally just ran behind him for an LBY. So he was too busy watching K-pop. So Real Madrid just gets by on lucky shit like that. So I don't buy into Real Madrid at all. They'll finish like 5th.
Didn't
or
you
6th.
say your front five was better than Ajax's front five? I remember that specifically.
Alexis front five is. I mean, like it's different now because they got Kyoshi.
Am I
Kyoshi
wrong?
over there, so that
Oh, he
made
said
it-
he had the best attack in the league.
Oh,
Am I
you're
wrong?
the best attack in the league is in 7th
That's
place.
But that's hard to do with your goal differential being at 5. Am I right or what?
I mean, listen, we all know what my goal difference is at 5.
Say it.
Ain't no secret.
Say it.
Oh, my defense is ass. It is what it is.
Fucking Luigi,
that's
Luigi, step it
okay.
up. Step it up, Luigi.
Unlike Cage, I was born with a spine. I can say those things.
Let's go.
What?
Good shit. Let's go.
Damn.
I mean, Isco, your attack is 8th, but your defense is 11th. Like in terms of goals scored and goals conceded. So it's like your
Yeah,
goals,
but if
your
you
attack
look
and defense is relatively the same.
Okay, but the way that I choose to
And
look at it is
relative to the rest of the
I don't
league.
look at the whole. I don't look at the whole like table of 1 through
I don't
20.
look at the numbers, Bell.
No,
Stop
listen,
looking
I
at
do. I do.
numbers.
Listen, let me hear me out. If you look at just the top 6, I think we're like 4th out of the top 6 teams for goals scored. That's not that bad. Whereas if you look at
you're
goals,
you're 8th.
no, we're not. If you look at the top 6, you can't be 8th. There's only 6
You
teams.
have You're saying in goals scored, you're sixth?
Yes, out of the top 6 teams. Like literally out of the top 6 teams out of points. We're like in 4th. Like Real Madrid has less goals scored, and then like there's other teams that have less goals scored. So anyway, my point being, defense is the biggest issue. Like we'd be like the very worst defensive team if we were in the top 6. So that's kind of the way that I look at it. We need to shore up our defense. Man City's trash. Real Madrid's trash.
You're not in the top 6 anyway.
It's a 2-team race. It's a two-team race.
Not a 2-team race. Look at the points.
Bayern. Yeah, it's a top 4. Like it's actually close.
I think Ajax and Bayern are the 2 teams that are still the.
I think even Milan is in that race. If you're within 5 points, you're within the race.
Yeah, I mean, like Brighton. What the hell's happening? Jays.
I don't know. We're just getting it together. The lads are absolutely buzzing in the dressing room. Everything's clicking.
Say it right now. Say you think you're going to win the league then.
I don't think we're going to win the league. I never said
exactly.
that. But we have a secret strategy for our games. We just go down 2-0 in the first half, and that just fuels to come back in the second half.
Money, what do you think?
Yeah, honestly, we shouldn't be up there.
Well,
Brighton's a good team on offense.
You think they're good?
On offense, they're good, but on defense, they're ass.
Why are they ass on defense?
I think the offense always has to bail them out.
Yeah, but why is the defense ass? Like who? And like why?
Okay, in fairness though.
Oh my god.
Sorry, you gotta go ahead, Money. I'll talk after you.
I think just a player in the back line isn't as good as he should be.
Oh shit! You're talking about Lizzet. Yo, Lizzet.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yo,
leave him alone, bro. Why are you calling people out?
It is what it is.
Anyway,
he literally plays for Money's late night team. He's thrown under the bus right now.
Oh
That's
shit!
wild.
Money's selling out on his own fucking late night league player. That's insane. Money, you're a savage, bro. Well done. Well done.
Aren't you calling your own players out, Isco?
Isco, you literally called out your entire defense already.
Yes, and then they called you out in the general, and you had nothing to say.
In other news,
second most assists in Super League.
Inter
in 3 games.
That's a
good shit, King. What a transition.
Yeah,
insane transition.
Why is
are we transitioning leagues? Or are we still going to talk about this?
Why is Brighton above Bayern, Money?
Inter fucking folded, bro. They're 15th. It's not like they were in relegation, but they folded.
Bayern.
Why? Why is Inter down there? They have good players.
Because they cheeks as a team. Same thing with Manchester City. Good players, cheeks team.
Why are you targeting me?
I'm not. Your team's just bad. Listen, when you're bad, you can't get mad when people tell you that you're bad. It'd be like being like ugly and walking around and being like, "Why do people keep calling me ugly?" It's because you're ugly.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, a badly managed team manager.
Really talking like this to a team 3 points below you, but then when we asked you why you're not in first, you were like, "I'm only 8 points away from first."
Okay, but everybody in the league thought that Manchester City was a slam dunk top 6 candidate, and they've been literal buns.
We need somebody on the podcast that just like calls out Isco's hypocrisy. He's like,
I have no inconsistencies whatsoever in my logic. Stop pretending like I do.
No,
All right. Well, I mean, I feel like,
anyway,
are there any other shocks in the table besides?
Yeah, Inter folding, and then I think fucking
Man
Bayern
United
not in relegation.
Man United in 13th. Everyone thought they're going to go down.
Yeah,
I mean, are they not? They're only 6 points clear of the bottom.
United is a nasty team to play.
They're not even 6 points clear.
They play like a 4-2-2-2, and that shit is so like weird to play. We lost against them on Wednesday. If we would have beat them, we probably would have been tied in first. But like we lost against them, but they have to play so nasty. Like every other 4-back team, they bring everybody back, and then the attack was like a counter, and it's just like so ass.
We haven't even talked about the new playoff format for the relegated teams. Benfica's in relegation right now. FYI.
Yeah.
All that money.
That's a bit mad.
Yeah,
Dude,
Sanders is going down.
Chuck E. Cheese is absolutely fuming.
Honestly, it's a bit wild how like Lyon is like ready to fold because they were doing so bad, and they're above Leipzig and City. That's kind of wild.
Well, they've lost every game that they've played versus a top 8 team.
That's what I'm saying. They expected too much of themselves. They lose 3 games and they're like, "Oh, you know what, guys? It's time to fold." Relax.
I'm out of
They
here.
have 30 goals scored.
You just got the Super League. You need to relax, pump your brakes. Okay, you won L1 or I don't know what you did over there, but it's a different league up here. I don't know why they're thinking of folding.
Yeah. I mean, that goes into a little bit of our other conversation.
Like you're above Isco, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Like, come on, bro. Like, what else? Like, why? What's the point of folding?
No. I mean that's a,
Free
yeah,
bills.
that's
Free bills.
But
13.
let's
I
look
got
in
my
the
boy
League
Jody
One now.
Reyes in the chat. I see you, boy.
League
League One table. Let's toss it up.
Yo,
So I'm not too familiar. I mean, I'm familiar with some
look
actually.
at
We
my
got
ear.
Chelsea, Barcelona tied at the top. Fenerbahce, West Ham, Frankfurt, and Santa Clara as the top 6. Leicester.
Oh, didn't you guys pick PSG to win the league? What is cool? What? In 18th place. What idiots picked this team to win the league? These guys are fucking ass. How are you in 18th place in League fucking 1?
Yeah,
Wait, isn't this the guy that people keep saying to take his fucking kits from him?
I'm gonna go take a piss. You guys keep roasting this guy.
Hey,
This is
man,
bad.
listen, it's only 15 games in the season. He still has time. Look, I mean, look at the difference.
The Cage time, bro. They're in 18th.
Yeah, look, he's only what 2 wins off the clearance zone, so he'll be okay.
No, bottom 4 gets relegated still, remember?
Who is he?
Stay high.
Stay high.
Oh.
He's like
stay low in the table, easy.
Hey, easy peasy.
Anyway, besides bringing them,
Bazinga.
Chelsea's number 1, and then Barcelona's
That's what
second.
people thought. I remember people were saying Barcelona, Chelsea, top.
Well, people said Barcelona, Chelsea, and PSG. People were talking about PSG being like a good team.
PSG was not in that stop.
No, seriously, they were. I swear to God, people were
PSG was
talking about it.
not
People were
in
saying
that
PSG was supposed to be
conversation.
good.
I don't think we talked about who was gonna.
But people also
compete.
that was before we knew what teams formed. Like a lot of good teams in League One formed. Like West Ham's a pretty good League One team. Chelsea, Barcelona, Fenerbahce is actually like players are just going crazy.
Who has Wolves now?
Let me see who's on this Chelsea team.
It's
Shout
like
out
elite
Dad Dabs.
Yeah, that group of players. I think Perps went there too.
What,
Santa
Chelsea?
Clara is at 6. I think we said they were going to win.
Perps is still locked down at Benfica. Sanders isn't letting him go.
It looks pretty close
I
though.
thought you were going to get going.
Like 6th to 1st, it's still pretty close. 7th.
Yeah, still.
Who manages and plays on Wolves? Like who are like the known players that are on Wolves?
I think that's like
I'll tell you, it was not.
Oh, so this is like not the Wolves team that was like in Super League.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I'm trying to look at anyone that's I'm surprised about, but like I mean, like the top 6 is like who I think River Plate honestly is the only like team that I thought wouldn't be.
Dude, River Plate is like an OG fucking PCN team back in the day. I remember that.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
We played.
How do they have a plus 12 goal differential and they're behind like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams with like significantly worse goal differential? Either they're super unlucky or they just scored like 12 goals in one game.
That is pretty LAFC, bro. Did they lose players or what?
I don't know.
They lost games, money.
What have they done to my boy?
I don't know what happened.
I saw last season, bro. They were like they were top 3. Where the fuck they're on the bottom line? What the hell happened?
Well, because they swapped a bunch of kids. That LAFC was Chelsea.
What did you just say? One more time.
That team was like competing last season, and one other at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because they swapped kids and stuff. But yeah.
What do you think he said, bro?
I thought that he said that they assaulted a bunch of kids. I thought you said they assaulted a bunch of kids, and I was like, okay, all right, that'd be a reason.
What?
That's what you said, bro.
All right. Okay.
I don't know what you're drinking, but put that shit away, bro.
Yeah, you're right. The Smirnoff is getting to me, bro. I'm turning into a Russian. Everything's violence.
Got that bath salt.
All right. I guess vape toss up the League 2 table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's
to be
pretty close.
Yo, what the fuck did I just hear, bro? What the did you know you were not on mute or what?
I hate this shit, bro. I wish we would never cover this stupid league. These guys all suck, and this league needs to go away.
All right, that's not an excuse for not muting your mic, though.
That wasn't it. That was intentional. I almost hurled when I saw this.
He's trying to play it off cool. I got it.
This shit. Look at these teams.
Didn't we have a Wolfsburg was going to run this league buy or sell? I remember that.
Yeah, we need an explanation, Wolfsburg, of why you're not running this shit.
What is happening? We had faith. No, I mean Porto is
who's on Jim Boney's outside mid for them. I thought.
Jim Boner.
Jim Boner.
Jim thought he was gonna be the outside man at L2 Look at you eating 6, boy.
Yo.
Oh man.
Isn't Porto a bunch of random dudes that we don't know?
No, it's like Dean and them.
Why is Dean
Yeah,
in
Boney
League Two?
time.
Yeah, whoever let Dean play Cam in League 2 is a rat. Well, I don't know which one of y'all admins let that happen.
Hey, pull up the roster.
Jay's is an admin.
Although you know what, Aaron, we say
no
that.
comment. No
we say
comment.
that, but one of like the old head teams in Super League is fucking awful, which we didn't talk about on the Super League table. But like the boys over on Valencia, that is like a ACL season 8 All-Star team, and they're
Ain't no way.
fucking awful.
Ain't no way Dean is playing L2. Pull up the roster
on
right
the roster, it's Dean, Taco Bell, Messinho, Mob Loyalty, all those guys.
Why did they let them make this team in League 2? What the fuck?
That's actually insane.
I
said it before.
They said they wanted.
Can we sanction Porto?
Jays, what do you have to say about this, Jays? Huh?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you drop down a league, you're a little bitch.
It's like you've got these really hardworking, untrained but hardworking, really bad athletes. I don't want to use a certain term because we're streaming on. Anyway, these people that aren't quite physically capable, like an able-bodied person would be, and they show up to their track meet and they're super excited to compete against other people that are similar to them. And then all of a sudden, Usain Bolt shows up. It's like, "What's up, guys? Ready to go? Ready to go a little race here?" And fucking Porto is probably going to lap these motherfuckers 3 times because everybody else is on the same page except for them.
How did the league let this happen though? They know who they
Yeah,
are.
they said they didn't want this to happen, and they let it go.
Because they're weak. They don't eat ass. You saw it in the general chat today.
Just put them in League 1.
Imagine the like the size, the small size balls that you have that go from Super League to L2. What am I fucking seeing, bro? This shit is.
Yeah, Isco, can you relate? You took steroids.
Yo.
All right, CJ in the chat says Porto. All right, so according to CJ, a Porto source has told him that Dean and Co are no longer allowed to play in their real positions. That's a rumor.
What? Does it matter?
They're not being allowed to play in their real positions.
It doesn't matter.
Oh no,
Okay,
he can't play Cam, but he can play Cam.
Well, yeah. What's their real position? So he doesn't play Cam, so he plays outside mid, and is still just as impactful or close to.
Yeah.
Dean's gonna move from Cam to Ram and call it a day.
Yeah, literally.
This is the stuff I do need to stop, man.
My ability went from the left striker to the right striker.
Who are these? Well, how egregious is this really? Who's on America and who's on Venezia? Is it that egregious, or are there good players?
Jinko's on America. I know that.
Who?
Jinko.
Oh, Jinko. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's on that. And Venezia's last season's Newcastle.
I think Dean might just want to win something, so he go back and the fucking be relevant. I don't know, bro. This shit has to be a troll. We just want to have fun and fucking run over L2. Good job, bro. You did it.
Yeah, I mean, this is something. Yeah, admins.
Money. I just see Dean scoring. He's up 7-0 against a League 2 team, and he's like that Tiger Woods emoji where he's just doing the fist. After going up 7-0 on a League 2 team, let's go.
Is there anything else that we can talk about in League 2? Does anybody know any of these mid-table teams?
No.
Just Dean doing hands overhead in front of.
I only know Wolfsburg.
Hands overhead.
Yeah, it's just Wolfsburg.
Hands overhead against Hot, just chilling, bro.
Who's on Crystal Palace?
No clue.
Not good players.
All right, so another interruption. Someone sent me their last lineup, so if you guys want to take a look at what it actually is, I'll throw it up on stream.
Okay.
Sure.
Check
put it up.
That's my circle first.
Hey, yo. All right,
hey, yo.
Let's see the lineup.
Bet you it was literally everybody shifted to the left one time. Watch.
They really need to get rid of this stupid league in the first place.
Yeah, what is that? No, that's nothing.
He's playing there. He's playing Cam. He's playing his main position. What am I looking at, bro? You idiot admins. You're all awful at your job. You're all awful. You all stink. You stinking stinkers.
Can we talk about how I started playing FIFA 16, and Taco Bell was my striker?
Bob
he's been playing striker.
The right DM.
Yeah, no, Taco's good. He's played striker his entire life. Mob has been a striker and outside mid.
Has always been in the midfield. Okay, you guys.
All right,
Messi's been playing FIFA for 7 FIFAs and has won 4 titles.
Good job, Edmonds. You guys really got this one.
You guys fucking suck, you stupid.
Anyway.
No comment.
Moving on from this.
Everybody but Jays. Especially Polo. Polo, you suck the most, you stupid fuck.
We have our upcoming draft international tournament
Catch a
that we
flag.
want to talk about, which is AFCON. Vape,
Oh,
if you want to
no.
give a brief explanation of it, you can.
You got it, Cage. It's your show.
I don't.
You went with
I
Chiesa?
have to refresh my memory too right now.
All right, well, I'll take
I
your show
mean,
then.
basis,
So,
but
I'll take.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so thank you to Oswald for allowing us to share this information. Shut the fuck up, Isco. So during the next international tournament, which will be after this season, they are going to be moving away, as you know, from the original format, and they're going to try something different in terms of a draft cup. There's going to be about 24 to 32 teams, and teams are going to have captains randomly selected. There's going to be a form going out within the next week or so for that to sign up for the captains. There's going to be a roster limit of 18 players on the team, and the prerequisites for being able to play on the team is just the same as the normal tournaments. I believe it's just 10 games.
What is happening right now?
Shut the fuck up, Isco. Anyways, there are... For this, the captains get picked. We'll draft. There's going to be a stream either on the PCN Twitch or wherever they figure it out to be able to decide the teams. Think of the PCN draft, but it will be about a 3 weeks to a month-long tournament that replace the normal international.
Why are you in it? Wait, you didn't think this would be worth like a special segment? Why are
We don't
just,
have
like,
a
randomly
fucking
announced?
graphic, Isco. That's why I'm talking about it. Thank you.
Yeah,
That should have
that's-
waited.
All right,
then,
you're
you
getting
fucking
muted.
idiot.
All right,
No,
anyways.
I mean, it's okay.
But yeah, so
Got 'em.
more information's going to be coming out over the next few weeks. Expect the draft around the beginning of May. The tournament's going to last around the entire month of May.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it. I don't know about you guys, but it'll be finally something people have been wanting, just to like stay away from like normal super teams forming and like really get a lot of good players involved with not so good players. Just see how it works out.
So you're just getting the shit players involved. Got it. You know.
Definitely should have.
Okay,
I know about
this.
32
Okay,
teams might be
well,
too
thanks,
many.
man. You know what I
Well, you
mean.
did, Isco.
Everyone like involved, like have people from like League 2 have a chance to play with people from Super League, that kind of deal.
Explain the
Can
draft
I-
style.
I don't think
Explain
it's
the
gonna work
draft
out like
style,
that.
Gabe.
What do you mean?
Can we save like the actual like legitimate conversation about this for another time? We have a graphic so people can like see what we're talking about. We just heard Vape talk for like 40 seconds, and you're supposed to think everybody memorized the fuck he just
Well,
said.
you can thank Luke for not having the graphic done. So
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
blaming
yeah.
anybody. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying, let's just hold off. Like, good shit. There's something cool coming. Like,
He's
let's
not
hold
blaming anybody. Like it doesn't blame his own defense.
It's okay.
He's
It's
saying
good.
that-
Go back to blaming your own team.
I'm just saying, let's just the
don't need
intricacies
a
of it are going to be.
gra-
It's in depth. There's some cool stuff to talk about. I'm just saying, let's hold off until we got like
Okay, then talk
some more
about it.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I don't even know what it is, bro. I don't even know like the
Okay, hold on.
intricacies.
I just want to say for people in the stream that actually like aren't on top teams or whatever, like my first ever draft league in ACL was when I first met Streets, who was actually on a good team, and he like it's the best way for like bad players to meet good players and for you to actually show how good you are over an extended period of time, not just like a draft or something like that. So if you're bad or people
you're
think you're
that?
bad, it's the best chance you get.
Yeah. And I like how they're like sanctioning it too. So like if you try to quit or something, that you get like banned for the next season. Like it's good. So like deal with your team. If you're bad, then you gotta like put yourself through. It's good. I mean,
There's actually a good history of people that are typically divas sticking it out and like making their teams good. Like the biggest diva in this league is probably Undress when it comes to quitting shit, like drafts and shit. When he gets drafted somewhere he doesn't want to be. But I think that there was like I don't remember what team it was. I think it was like AVL Liverpool.
Quit.
Yeah, nah. Undress quits a lot of drafts and shit all the time. But I think it was AVL Liverpool. Initially, they were really bad and they had a really bad draft. But it was
do not
Undress and
speak on my
somebody else. It
player.
was like Undress and Johnny had that team, and they wound up like carrying that shit like all the way to like I think the final or something like that. So yeah, no, it's a good opportunity for everybody to meet the top players and not have them run away from playing with them like they typically would.
Polo is roasting your shit in the chat, by the way. Can we
Who
get
is?
that
Oh
up?
my god!
Who's roasting me?
I was gonna say.
Can we get
Yeah,
that up? Can we get that up on the screen, Vape? Polo roasting Nisco right now. My
If you give me a
wannabe Skip
second.
Bayless.
but it's also good that they're giving like they're like leveling off the managers by like in the best way possible. So like it's not gonna no offense to some of these other people, but I'm gonna be honest, some of these draft captains that we have are just fucking idiots, man. Or like people just wanna they draft bad or they don't
yo.
like friends. And, like, I'm just being honest, like because it doesn't make an enjoyable
I mean, you're
experience
right,
for
but-
everyone else. Like those people get knocked like 0-3. And
Well,
then
this is
just-
another thing too. and this is a good way to approach it, by the way. I appreciate it, everybody. I didn't think we were going to talk about generalities with this. I thought we were going to talk about like the intricate things because people could understand what's happening. But in terms of the captains, it's on the league to pick guys that are not going to fuck off and make a stupid team. Because what would suck is if you are like who the fuck knows? I'm just throwing a name out there like Fuddy or Solar or somebody, and Wingbat 33 like drafts you along with like his like 10 real life friends that all suck dick and like are all awful at the game. Like that would suck. So like, it's on the admins to pick a team or pick captains that know what they're doing in some capacity.
Didn't they have in the one AVL draft, they had like players were like weighted on how like they were in tiers?
Yes, you can't. It wasn't because I don't know that AVL's ever actually been a draft. AVL is typically a bidding system, but PCN kind of sucks, so they don't have the ability to do that. So the draft should be weighted that you can only get a certain amount of like 4.5 or 5-star players in your team or something like that. Like, I hope they don't implement you can't have a certain amount from a certain team. The fuck that shit. Make it so that people that are good, you can't stack them so that you, like you said, Aaron, you can't get 1,000. Like, let's say that like, they make a League 2 manager, one of these captains or whatever, right? The League 2 manager might not know that X player on Bayern is good or X player on Real Madrid is good. So allocate them with a rating, like make a panel of people who rate these players and give them a star rating next to their name so that these managers can see them and go, okay, I'm looking at my team. I got a bunch of, exactly. I got a bunch of 1-star players. I should go and draft like an Andres who would be a 5 or go and draft a Fuddy who would be a 5 or some shit like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a good idea. That's definitely a good idea to help out. But like, would you want that a League 2 manager to be a draft captain of this event? You think it? Okay.
Well, you want to give to solve like obviously we're gonna have bad managers. Like it's just gonna happen if it's 32 teams, right? So it's like you just got to give them all the tools to succeed. And if it's ranking players that they might not know or whatever, giving them whatever kind of rating, that's probably the move in terms of how they want to give tools to the managers to be good. Whether they choose to use them or not is on them, but the admins need to let them know. They strongly encourage.
I mean, like, yeah.
Have a tier system, kind of, just like player value. Just make a player value tier.
So like player value, does that really show? Like I think having people like actually review players who know players how they play, eye test and all that, give them like ratings would be better versus like the money system. The money system's kind of like, if you won TOTS like 4 times 2 seasons ago or like 5 seasons ago, you're like worth 35 million or something, and that shit just stays the same. It doesn't regress.
It does.
They just need to give the people.
It does.
They just need to give the
It
people
does
that's
change.
been in the.
It does go.
community.
It does go down. 100%.
It shouldn't. It should be either A, get rid of it, let people play with who they want to play with, and get rid of this stupid system, and just make it a transfer window so people can't hop 24/7, or make the money more impactful. Because it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what your opinion is on the whole thing. I think everybody agrees that like it's like the money does not matter enough. I just got a brand new team, and I signed everybody that I wanted, no questions asked, and there are good players on my team.
Are these the players you call out like every day, or the other players?
Well, trust me, none of the expensive ones are my defenders.
Damn, bro.
Well, I mean, I guess that's all we have on that. Next we can talk about our next topic, which is teams quitting too early. So originally, how this was come up was with Lyon, because everyone thought they were gonna fold, and like had that little chit chat earlier. Obviously now it's Inter, 15 games in the season, so just what's everyone's kind of general take? I feel like we all feel the same way. But
if I expected a top 6 team to quit, I was like, it's going to be Leipzig for sure. Just going to have a revolt in the middle of the season, and like Ronaldinho's going to take over or something. Not Lyon. I don't get that. Like literally in 6th place, like they're doing fine. As like I don't get that. It's tough, and obviously teams folding is like horrible for the league.
Yeah, I mean, like, because it's hard, I guess, but like when you have a lot of, maybe it's what Money said earlier, that they had just had a lot of expectations, but still, folding, you have to think about the bigger
Who's
picture.
on their team to have
Bills?
expectations?
Bills? That's all I know.
But like, why do they have expectations when like
Bacon,
Lyon.
Oh, Lyon.
Water Pig?
Well, they were a good team. The thing is, like, they were good players. Like,
I would be willing to bet they didn't have expectations going into the season, that they thought, like, we'll just struggle for top 6 and that'll be like the goal. And then I think what happened, if I had to guess, was they found themselves like in first place for like 2 weeks in a row. So they eventually just got to the point where, see Money or whoever that was, yeah, Money. They got to the point where like they were dropping points and they were like, probably in that time frame they were in first, convinced themselves that they were a first place team.
Wait, yeah, I'm looking at the roster. I only see like 7 people.
Yeah, I think that there's some movement going on, but yeah.
Oh wait, there's only 7 people on Leon's roster. Was that like how it was always, or?
No, it's probably just not updated correctly, but
Oh,
I was going to
well,
say
I
our
mean,
lovely admin's hard at work again.
thanks, Isco. And the sign up sheet's right there, Bucko.
I think when a team folds, it's either they don't believe in the team or they don't believe in the manager. And in this case, it's probably both. But
like, I would argue like they're right where they belong, though, right? No,
yeah, no, you're right. But they probably expected more of themselves, and some of these players, if they don't see wins, if they don't see consistency, like they're done. I don't know.
yeah.
And
It's just
I'm just trying to figure out which of their players think they're like better.
The ones that
where they are.
That's a light roast.
The ones looking that are leaving right now, bro, are the ones that are toxic and that expected them to be higher than where they are.
Because like unless they played like full time for like Madrid, Ajax, Bayern, whatever, they're like where they belong, in my opinion. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams, including my team and probably City as well, that are in that like 5 to like 14 range, somewhere in there. Like they could hover anywhere in there. And they're one of those teams. Like on their best day, they're probably somewhere around the 5th best team in the league, and on their worst day, they're probably somewhere around the 14th.
A team can have one bad day, and already you guys wanting to snake. Like it goes for anybody.
Yeah,
also, real quick, everybody in the chat is still talking about the draft thing. Midget, you said something to the effect of they should be allowed to have co-captains or whatever. That is confirmed. They will be having co-captains, so you won't have to draft your co-captain. You'll just get them. There'll be 2 people to start on each team, from what I remember from these talks. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we said like you have like 2 people kind of looking over the draft, so like it'll be easier to pick who you want.
Oh, that's another thing. I guess Vape just has all the information, and I don't have anything. But maybe
it's pinned in the channel that we talked about it in for months.
Okay, I don't know if I can use the R word.
No, don't do it.
Okay, I'm not gonna use it. I'm stupid, so I don't know. But anyway, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. But I think that they were talking about doing the fucking draft in like 2 days. That's gonna be hectic. Like that's gonna be, or was it one day? Was it one sitting?
So they originally, when they pitched it to us, talked about having a one day draft where it take the whole day. I didn't think that was possible. I brought up the idea of doing it like the NFL draft. The details for some of the stuff are still need to be ironed out. We brought up what we can talk about. There's still some things that can get worked on, but that's why we have all this time still. This is something that's not going to happen for 2 months. So it's just more so we're just getting the word out there. But yeah, some stuff still needs to get ironed out, like the draft process itself.
We also want to see what you guys think too. What your ideas on it? Maybe you guys can pop up an idea.
I like the idea of a single day draft. I think that I mean, I'm probably going to be a manager for it. If I had to, I'm probably going to at least put my name in the hat to be a manager for it, because I think these things are like super fun. And I think it'd be cool to have a 1 day draft. And my suggestion was that you have a 30-second timer on picks, and you just kind of got to like know your shit. You got to study, and like people do. People think that people don't take it serious and they won't study and like know who's where and who can be picked. But people will know. People will do their homework, and they'll know who's available. And if some idiot is sitting there taking too long, auto pick.
Yeah, but
there will be auto pick. I would just say skip.
There will be mock drafts as well before, so people could get an idea of who's gonna go where and all that shit.
Also, if you're decent and you're decent, just and you're scared, you're gonna get picked on a shit team. Just manage. Don't even risk it, because we need the best managers.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Good chance for bad players to get exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jason, you can throw your name in the hat there, bud.
And just new players. We got a lot of newbies.
Yeah,
get your name out there.
So
expose yourself.
It should just, no one should have any expectations going into it. Like if you get drafted to someone, you shouldn't be like sad or whatever. It's just like, okay, this is my team now. Let's play. Because like there shouldn't be any expectations of what you're gonna do. Or else that's
I'm just gonna go in.
Shit.
Go in the past broadcasts of like the Wani draft or the PCN draft, the Friday night ones, and then look at all the people in the chat. They're like, I wish people knew me. I never get picked. We'll link them to it. This is the way.
Yeah, there's more stuff
literally.
to come. Like once the admins start announcing it, we'll share it here. You'll see Oswald Exile post announcements over it.
You know the way.
Do you know
What African country was Coney in? Coney's army.
What?
Remember Coney?
No.
Coney
Like
2012?
Coney 2012?
Yeah.
Coney
Wait,
2012.
what nation was that? Was that like the Republic of the Congo? Where was
Yeah.
that? I'm gonna pick that nation. That's my nation that I'm picking.
Oh.
I'm gonna name my pro.
Yeah,
It was
Coney.
Uganda.
All right,
Okay, Uganda. There you go. Oh,
what was
Uganda
the-
Knuckles.
What was the subject?
The
Jesus
subject
Christ.
what we were talking about before was Team
Spit on
Golden
him.
quitting so fast. That's what we were talking about before.
We talked about quitting, then we went
She's
back to
my
the draft.
queen.
Yeah, 'cause we saw there was talk
so
about
was
it.
there any other team besides Inter that was thinking about voting or what?
I mean, it was Leon also, but
Yeah.
Man City was for a short time.
when?
I don't understand
Case is
Leon.
holding people
Like,
hostage.
That's another team that I don't understand. Like, you just came to Super League. Why are you expecting me to be top 3? I don't understand. Like, what place are they
No
in?
money.
What
Because
place are
money,
they in?
these idiots think that they're better than they are. That's the obvious answer. The idiots on that team thought they were better than they actually are. They're not good at FIFA. Simple.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna call them idiots, but they were not one for a reason, and you did good. Congrats. But when you come up to here, that's another step. Don't think that you're gonna come up here and just dominate. Like I don't understand. Who's on the team? Give me somebody. Give me names. I don't know.
Evan posted their lineup in the chat. It's
still
Chino,
doing
Milks.
good.
It's
They're still
Chino,
doing good.
Mysterious Milks, Bacon,
Okay, good.
Drew, Neymar 24, Expect Bills,
It's fu- it's
Assad,
funny- it's funny
JDM,
they-
ATL, and Clifford.
It's funny they say Drew because Drew was in some type of chat, either in this podcast or in general, talking about don't sleep on us. You guys are sleeping on us. All right, we slept on you, and now you guys are about to fold. Like, what are you guys expecting to win? No, you're not gonna win. You're in Super League. This is what
You
the
also
big
have
boys
guys
play.
like, look at the names of this team: Chino,
He's good.
Drew,
Chino's
Bacon,
good. Drew-
It's a
Ballsack,
big time
No,
Timid
JD
JDM,
Ball
ATL.
sack, what
Yeah.
the
These guys-
fuck?
So
The thing
Yeah.
about that,
That's
the
Assad.
thing-
That's
The thing
Assad.
about that, these guys are all decent to good players. Like why are you expecting more than what you where you're at? I don't
And
get
they're
it.
6. That's the thing. Like they're top 6. Like that's good. That's
Like why
fucking good.
exactly? Why the fuck are you folding if you're top 6?
You know
Use
the
Super
dude.
League.
Look at their schedule. Seriously, they were only top 6 because they played bad teams. Like I don't know. Okay, here's another thing too. Segue. I'll talk about it in a second after I finish make this point. They played like a lot of weak teams, and like the few times they played good teams, they got their shit kicked in. It wasn't like the games are close. Every time they've played a game versus a top 16, it's been non-competitive. They've literally gotten their shit kicked in. So I think they read the writing on the wall and saw that the destination for them is likely a lot lower than top 6, and they're only top 6 right now because they played a lot of bad teams. Which leads me to my next point. You stupid PCN admins. Why does the schedule work the way that it does? Why can I play like Real Madrid 2 times in the first half of the
I'm not
season?
worried about that, man.
And then
No,
like that doesn't make any sense.
I just
You
don't
really
get.
need to
I just don't get how you see a league with Ajax, who's won the league already on the first try.
Why do you keep calling them Ajax?
I also want to know why you want to talk about Leon so badly.
That's how I say it, and I'm drunk. How do you see a team like Real Madrid, who has won the league twice in a row? How you seen Bayern, a team that's won this league twice? Like, how do you think you're going to be above them? How do you comprehend your brain to say, hey, we deserve to be top 3 or top 4? Brain is the top team. Top team. Like, how do you think you're going to be better than them? Like,
Bring him back down to earth, money. Do it.
Like, come back here where you belong and stay there, and then when you're good, then you can fold. The fuck am I hearing,
I
bro?
think you're giving too much
new
attention to a
Super
bad
League.
team.
No, I'm just tired. I'm tired of like teams folding just because they don't think they're as good as they think they are. You won, I won. Congrats. Welcome to Super League. You're not gonna be the same team. You're not gonna get the same results. You're not gonna play the same teams. You're gonna get mudded. That's what happens.
We do.
Sack up and play the fucking season.
Sack up.
So the confirmed players to quit their team are Chino, who is retired from Xbox entirely, Bills, and then Bacon. So they lost 3 of their best players.
That's always the issue too when you sign young kids like that. Isn't Chino like 17 or 18 or something like that? Yeah, that's the issue when you sign kids that are that age. Like, if you get a kid that's like still in high school or like just shortly out of high school, like you kind of have to deal with what that is. Like that, you're gonna have that immaturity and those stupid mistakes and shit like that. Like, kind of run the risk when you sign somebody. It doesn't matter if they're good or not. It's the same reason why, like, you know, I'm not going to say the name, but there are other players in this league who are in that same age group that are also kind of the same type of person, where it's like you just kind of like riding the line of whether or not they're actually going to stick it out or if they're going to throw a temper tantrum and just never come back.
Say names. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, say names.
I want names.
Let's hear it. Don't be a bitch.
Call out your own like players. You can't call
I
out.
don't think we have
random-
any young guys on my team. I'm pretty sure everybody on my team is in their like 20s minimum.
We know you like them young, Isco.
Oh.
Oh, dude. Okay, you want a name? Lil Pushin. I don't think that kid is mature enough to be on a good team.
Why are you going?
Got him.
I'm not even gonna.
You asked.
Bro, honestly.
Lizard is 16, bro. Okay.
It's probably because he rejected Leipzig. I'm sure he must have some like vendetta against him or something. Must be unfortunate. He didn't rate your team, pal.
Next topic.
Next topic: FIFA 23 news cross-gen. This is big actually, because as it's rumored to be like confirmed, PlayStation, Xbox are gonna mix. We're gonna have a big like PCN is gonna be bigger. We're gonna have PS4 players playing in here.
Before you get into all that, I think that it's gonna be a bluff. I think it's gonna be cross-gen, but for foot and not for clubs. And that's
Well, let's say for all game modes.
And that did it say for all game modes?
Yeah.
Every source has said that it's going to be rumored for all game modes.
So yeah, that's why it's like a big deal now. So we're gonna have PS4 players playing into this, but ACL is probably also gonna come back to life. So it's gonna be.
ACL's a big thing on PS4. They literally have a West league and an East league.
I'll tell you what, there ain't no chance that PCN competes with them if they keep doing what they're doing with League 2.
PCN who?
Us.
Yeah,
ACL,
like,
like you got to figure, just because they're playing on the same connection as us, like we can play them, doesn't mean that we're going to get to. You think Exile is going to allow these motherfuckers to, like, you think Exile is going to tip his hat, his fedora, and let PCN be absorbed into ACL? I'm like, no,
take
fat
off his
chance,
monocle.
bro. So what's going to happen is he's going to go to FVPAA, a much longer standing organization than PCN, and say, hey, come to us because we're more professionally run and we have this, that, and the other. And we have a website that doesn't work. And they're going to go, why the fuck would we want to do that? And then everybody that's here is going to go, oh, wait a second. There's a bigger league that has a website that works. And then they're going to go, yeah, I'm going to go to ACL.
I mean, that's
literally.
I mean, that is a danger. Either like,
for PCN.
There's a chance either PCN is going to grow or shrink.
Yeah, like it's all up to what happens. And the thing is, from what I've heard, the PS4 base is like much better than Xbox, is what I'm hearing, and more toxic. Bell, I feel like you have more of that, but that's what I'm hearing. A lot of people say that PS4 people are a lot more toxic.
Okay.
Right? You sweat this shit out.
Oh, for sure. They take it 100 times more seriously there.
Yeah, okay. So PS4 definitely take it super serious, but like, I wouldn't say they're like, well, they are better, but it's just because they have like so many people. Like ACL on PlayStation has 4 leagues in the East, all like 18 or 16 teams, and they have 2 leagues in the West that happen like 3 hours after East games. And then there's like countless other leagues that play on PlayStation at different times, and they're all for money. And so I honestly don't think like PCN won't die. If anything, it'll be like more people join PCN.
Cash, right? Those are the cash.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how do they coexist? So what's going to happen, I think, Aaron, is that I know that you're like a glass half full kind of person. You're never going to say anything mean out of pocket unless you absolutely have to. So you're probably not going to give me a straight answer. But how do you possibly see people over here seeing that the PS5 players are there and available to be played against, and then we just sit here in our own league not playing against them? Nobody's going to do that. People are going to be interested and want to go over there, and I think there's going to be a lot less interest from them to come to us. Is the other way to look at it. Like, I don't think ACL and FEPAA are going to have any need for PCN.
They won't have no need for it, but they'll want to compete against us because they want to prove.
I'm saying like a lot of people will come play. They'll come play just because they play a lot of FIFA in general. Like,
oh, Jesus Christ, Polo! I don't think PCN and ACL type class. If you think for a fucking second that we're all gonna fucking play in like fucking 15 different fucking leagues, bro, fuck that shit. If that's where the admins' minds are at, they're just gonna try to run simultaneously. Kiss my ass instead of trying to make one big super league. You can suck my dick.
No. ACL plays Tuesdays and Thursdays.
the days and times don't match up. It's just it's going to be
Different.
it's going to be providing different options for people.
And what it's going to do is it's going to water down the entire situation, and like people aren't going to play. Like basically, if like they combine into one big thing, like some new organization.
You're looking
maybe,
at it in the most negative way right now, bro. When it's not even like that.
You
There's
really
more
think
players available.
that players are going to play in both leagues?
Yes.
People already do.
Put it this way: if the
People
option
already
is
do.
there,
people already play in 3 leagues as it is. Like, what is the problem? Like, what's the problem?
okay, touch grass. I think that most people are going
Touch
to have
grass.
a
You
situation.
play every fucking draft. What do you mean touch grass?
Well, yeah, I don't play like 1,000 different leagues though, and I
Okay,
literally
but
sat
you still
myself
play
last
every-
draft day. And let me finish my
every
thought.
night.
Fuck's sake! No, I don't matter. Why are you guys always gonna fucking talking about my individual like anecdote? Who gives a fuck about me? I'm
Told him
saying
to touch grass.
most people aren't going. I'm talking about touch grass for the players that play in like 1,000 different leagues. Most people are going to want to experience the other league. I don't think that there are that many people that want to play in 1,000 leagues. Sure, the top players will, like they always have, but like the average run-of-the-mill guy, like the guys who make up like 80% of PCN, I don't think they're going to want to play in like 5 different leagues.
Okay, then.
So they don't have to.
Also, Polo, just don't worry,
the
bro. Don't even worry
PCN.
yourself with the ACL conversation, bro. You're too soft to make it in that league anyway. Fucking pussy.
Let's not-
He's a 2-time ACL champ, by the way.
Oh, let him know.
Damn, bro. Let him know, Polo. Let him know what a trophy's like.
What ACL? Like ACL 22 after everybody left?
Tell people to touch grass, but you sit at work on PC and Discord. Like, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh. That's unfortunate,
bro.
so you got kind of got right there.
Polo, why are you trying to tell me that I sit in front of PC all day, bro? You're fat.
Oh,
Come
nice
on.
one,
You can't get
boy.
mad at me. You can't get mad at me about sitting in front of a PC when you're overweight.
Disco needs more wine.
Bro,
Let's
I'm
not
fat.
do
What
that.
the hell?
Literally,
Anyway, back to
The
what our
all-
conversation was. Cross-gen.
I think if it's clubs, I think it's gonna be lit. I like
It's
it.
a dub. It's a tremendous
want
dub.
more- I want more like competitiveness because like right now it's like besides this season, it's always been just 2 teams. Like I said,
It's
besides this season,
stale.
it's 4 teams now. So I mean, I just want more people like involved in like PCN and
It'll be good for the league for sure. Like,
Yeah, like with
literally
money.
the only
money-
bad thing.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the only like bad thing where like PCN would get really worried is if ACL did like a money league on Sunday and Wednesdays at 8:00. That's the only way I'd be like, holy shit, like we might
Yeah.
have to migrate. But other than that, like I think PCN will legit like mostly stay the same, and like people don't like change. You know, everyone knows that. So like if they're
Yeah.
comfortable in PCN, they're probably gonna chill there. Especially like it's hard. I mean, everyone sees how many people join the Discord and leave instantly just because like it's like not fun going to another league and then like having to post your free agent. No one knows who the fuck you are, and you don't know
You
who's
get
good and
aired.
who's bad, and like you're running
Mhm.
tryouts and all that stuff. Like people are just gonna stay playing with who they play with, and like I think PC and honestly like ACL. I don't even like their website is like okay. I guess I guess it's better than PCN's. I'm not sure about all that, but like I think PCN is honestly more like user friendly, not user friendly, but like newer
It's
people.
undoubtedly more.
It's easier
like,
for
It's pretty
to
better
get in.
structured.
It is better structured, 100%. And
Better
they honestly, the
structured,
admins over there in ACL like run it pretty similar in terms of like, just like rules and stuff. Like,
and it's better structured, but also the ACL stats are way easier to put in than fucking PCN stats because PCN stats you gotta
they
put
just give a shit about your
Uh,
goals and stuff.
yeah, in PCN you gotta put in stats and like how many steps you took, how many times, how many times you went forward, how many times you went back, how
Total
many times
distance
That
traveled.
shit too,
Yeah.
bro. To be fair though, that shit honestly matters. Like, I know there's gonna be people that would rather play PCN than ACL just solely because of like the stats like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be
ACL
surprised.
And ACL just clean sheets, goals, assists, and that's in games played. Literally.
So
Exactly.
basically, nobody here thinks that there's any situation where the 2 leagues combine or anything like that.
I don't think there's gonna be.
Oh,
No,
they
I don't
could-
think
they
they'll
could
combine.
Like a lot of people, like the main base of PCN, why would they go over to the other money leagues if they're not going to win?
Yeah,
It's not
PCN
that,
I think
being mean,
PCN has been trying to grow their name enough to not try to like fold at the moment. Like what
I don't
like,
think they're
what
going to
would
fold, but what I would suggest, or what I think, if Exile has really big plans for PCM. Like Exile really like I know that I fuck with him a lot, but I know Exile really cares deep down. I know that a lot of the admins do as much as I give them shit. They'll care deeply. And in fact, in my experience, the PCN administration and like the whole like infrastructure of like all the people that take care of it care 1,000 times more about PCN than the ACL guys care about ACL. But that said, I I think that it would behoove them to approach the ACL administration and try to make a situation where they can take the ACL guys and like make a new game day that competes with ACL and then take guys away from them, or just do some amicable thing where they work together, because it doesn't make any sense. Like you you double your player pool or like triple your player pool and like you just make no moves and just hope people come here. I just don't think that that's like the most beneficial approach.
Just have to wait and see. It's just a rumor. It could not even happen.
It's not a
rumor. It's been
Get into
confirmed.
this.
A confirmed
He's such
rumor.
a fucking piece of shit.
It is a confirmed rumor.
Literally confirmed rumor.
It's not a
but
confirmed
okay.
rumor. If like Game Informer is reporting on it, it's pretty good reporting.
It literally says like people close to the project have
Would
said.
you like it? Would you rather to say people far away from the project?
No,
Yeah.
I'd rather EA come out and say, hey, it's gonna be crossplay. That's what I'm waiting for.
They'll
Well,
probably
they haven't even
announce
announced the
they'll
game
announce-
yet. What do you want them to do?
Oh, okay. We
They
don't
make
know
their
there's a FIFA
announcements at
23
EA
coming out.
Play, so
Okay.
that'll be
Well,
coming
obviously we
this
do, but
summer.
you don't know anything about it.
We don't know a
Just-
new game is coming
Just
out.
know it's gonna be more shit than this game. I know.
No,
that.
you know what? You're right. We don't know if FIFA 23 is coming out if we look at it with your logic. Oh, we haven't seen any reporting on it yet.
Anyway,
Who's your source, Jays?
Anyway, let's thank Bell for coming on and being our guest.
I can
Nice
stay on here.
touch.
Let's run the next topic. Come on.
Oh, you want to do by yourself? That's true. Yeah.
Shut up,
Why not?
Cage.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm not trying to.
Keep it going,
No,
host
no,
Cage,
man.
it's
no.
okay, bro.
okay.
I appreciate you trying to run a tight ship here.
Yeah, even though Bell traded
if the-
Apex for Dustin, good job.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
No, I only play with Dustin because you're not on, and when I try to hit you
and
up, you
and
don't
Jim
like
isn't
it
on,
because
too.
I ran away that one game.
Let's go next topic before I get mad, bro. Honestly,
Yeah, by himself.
Yo.
Shit.
Bell can just hop on the end of it. Okay, you guys are assholes about this. I know what everyone else said. I'll explain my case. Babe, you can roll it.
Hey.
This
I'm
is not
only
biased
saying
at
it
all. or
because I
anything.
want to be optimistic. Obviously, there's an equal chance that I don't get top 6, but I
Equal?
think if we get our shit going, we can get a good, we got a good chance at it. Why are you laughing?
Because you found it funny?
That's not funny. That's like, hey, I'm being honest. Okay, why do you guys buy?
It's a strong case you just made there, Cage.
Because
I'm
you
being
guys are in-
optimistic, so we're going to finish top 6. There you go.
Yeah,
You guys-
like, we have good players. Like, what else do you want me to say? Obviously, I think we have good players. I think we have good enough players to fucking get top 6.
When I answered this question, there's like a week ago, you guys were like in 12th. So you guys have improved slightly, but There
Hey,
are six-
man,
there are 6 better
Steady
teams out
uprise.
there.
do math. We'll get up there.
Okay. I don't believe so.
All right, I guess I'll explain mine. I
fucked.
bought Man City not making top 6 because I just think that there are 6 teams easily better than Man City. Simply put, I don't think that Man City is. Put it this way: if Man City gets top 6, something happened with those other teams as opposed to Man City playing better. Because I think Man City's playing about as well as
Like
they're
Leon
capable of.
folding.
Like Leon Fold, exactly right. Like I
There you
think
go.
that something has to happen to the top 6 teams for Man City to make it top 6. I don't think that there's anything in Man City's control for them to make it to top 6 themselves because they're not that good.
So you're just an asshole.
You asked me for an opinion.
You just don't think that you're going to make it to top 6,
No,
brother.
I'm kidding. It's just a joke. He's not wrong.
I think if you
It was a
stop
rude- it was a
smoking
rude
weed,
joke.
they
Like I
can make it to top
said,
6.
no,
I've never said
like,
anything mean to
there's
anybody
a chance that we
before. You
don't.
just called me an asshole.
Huh?
I said I've never said anything mean to anybody before. And you just called me an asshole in front of 70 people.
Can somebody use the chat point system to get a mute first go, please? Thank you.
To be honest, the way I look at it, Chelsea's defense isn't good enough. Their offense is about average, is a little bit average. He's making a lot of changes. I don't see a lot of things happening. They're gonna stay where they're at, and that's how I look at it.
Where do you think they belong, Money? Where do you think Man City's going to finish? Where do they
No,
belong?
they belong where they're at.
What, 8th? Whatever the fuck it was? 10th?
10th,
Eighth or
they're
10th,
10th
yeah.
now.
Right in the middle. So you think they're like right in the middle of the league? That's
Yeah,
not good.
yeah,
That's
I
an
mean-
insult. Well said.
I would say like 8th.
I think top 8 is
Seventh.
definitely viable.
7th, 8th, honestly. Just
Top-
because, like,
top 6, the thing is, okay, I said sell because I am confident, but like top 8 is more understandable.
that's a
But still,
fair
I'm confident,
achievement.
my boys. I think we can do top 6.
I think Leipzig also is pushing for 7, 8 would be pretty good. And they're there right now.
They are in the same range for sure.
I told you, if we finish above 13th, it's a massive.
They have
success.
already
Oh my God, stop saying that.
Leipzig is already peaked. This is as good as they're gonna get. Is 8th place. So just get used to it.
We only signed a team in this season, CCB, to replace the people that sucked at CCB before.
Didn't
Bell,
you say
what's
your
the
team was
What do you
finishing
think, Bell?
13th?
We're the same.
You're below
I don't
everybody
know.
here.
It's hard because
No,
I
I'm not.
think
I'm
that
above
like
Cage. Got him.
Easy.
I think that y'all have similar
Bazinga.
skill level as like those teams, but the other teams that are in contention have just like played together longer with each other. So it's like you guys might have like slightly more talent, but I don't know if that's gonna get you over them.
Who?
And
What?
The talent wise,
Yeah, I agree. Man City
slightly.
players on paper are like everyone's really good. They just haven't played together, and also like Seth is suicidal all the time.
Wait. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke on
Also,
here.
Seth isn't playing in his best position, but
Say it. No, I know where you're going. Just go say it.
He's
Say it. I want you to say
Seth
it.
also isn't playing because Cage.
You guys gotta leave me alone, okay? He
Next
wants to be there.
subject.
Paige, if you stop smoking, I think your team would improve.
I actually agree with that. You smoke. You suck when you're high. You suck.
What do you mean? I'm better than you when I'm high.
No, Cage, you're not. When you're high, you are like not good. Like you're. I think that you're a good player. Like I think you're like.
Yeah,
put it this way.
Taylor, take a
Put it-
poll right
I won't
now.
take you over either
Take
way.
a
My
poll
answer
right
is-
now.
But if you're high, I definitely don't even let you get near my team.
Are you serious?
I think you need to stop smoking from
in the chat.
facts. You need
What?
to stop smoking from a leadership standpoint
Well
because
said.
Because,
that's true.
your co-manager is Austin, and he's not going to be fucking managing, coaching people on the field.
Still
So
managing my team. You
so-
can ask him.
someone's got to do it.
I'm still the
But
same. I still manage my team. I still play the same.
I honestly would like agree with that. Like as a leadership standpoint, like how would you feel like if you're one of your fucking players just got fucking wasted like on game night? Do you think that's cool?
It's different.
No, it's not different.
No,
You're both-
because like
I can
you have
play him
to
in influence. I'm
both
okay.
impaired.
listen, Cage. Unfortunately, people look up to you on your team, and you gotta like lead by example, brother.
Yeah, you think that you're not a role model for Seth?
Oh my god.
Oh, dude,
No, I don't
if
think-
Cage is high, Seth is fucking gonzo.
Steph's like, you know what? this
Okay,
guy's
Seth
fucking
doesn't suck
blatant.
that bad though when he's high.
Are you serious?
No, he's something. Seth
is
gets
good.
really quiet, and he gets really like judgmental over his own
Seth is
gameplay.
actually fucking dog when he is high.
Okay,
Like-
stop. Okay, comparatively speaking, Cage has a further drop off in his game when he's high than Seth does when he's high. I put it that
You
way.
can tell when Steph's high.
I
Because,
haven't
like, when
played
he
that
makes a-
much with Cage when he's high.
When
Dude.
Steph's high and makes a bad pass, like he'll laugh, and that's how you know he's high.
Seth will do this thing when he's high where he'll have an open pass and he'll cut back into a defender for no reason when he could have played the easy A ball. That's what he does when he's
So
high.
it's Isco sober. It's like it was so
Second most assists in Super League. Haven't played Cam in 2 game days. Suck it.
Nobody
I
has.
already-
You
I
guys are
already
overrating
agree
it.
to
Playing
say
high
that.
is still viable. I think
want
I'm still
that-
being pretty good.
You had that
So-
lined up.
He's already said it like 3 times this podcast.
All right, next question. Shit, I'm tired of talking about Man City.
Oh
All
man.
right, Brighton's a legit.
All right, hang on, time out. Before we flip it, Vape, I would like to make it known to everybody. I didn't submit my questions quick enough on all of these. I submitted some of them, and Ryu had to do the good guy thing and try to guess what he think I felt about stuff. I think that he answered a way that I don't feel for this one. So if you see something here and I disagree with my answer, that's why. So we can.
Brian is a legit title contender. Let me see the results.
Yeah, see, I was going to sell this. Ryu answered for me. So this is actually a sell on my behalf, not a buy.
Okay. I'll explain mine first. Again, this is no shot to the players. It's just, it's always been Madrid and Bayern. Like, they've been in this for seasons. Like, I don't know. And Ajax obviously is a different case. I don't know if Brighton's at that level to just bump up with that group. That's just me how I feel.
I'll add to him what he said. It's always been Madrid, Bayern, or Ajax. Or however the fuck y'all say it.
Ajax?
But I just think Brighton has had a good run. They've beaten the teams that they've beaten, or they should beat. They haven't played every top team. So I guess the second half of the season, I think it'll be a downward spiral. Not downward spiral, but like the opposite of what they've had the first half of the season.
I agree. I can say I pretty confidently that I think I've played with the guys on on Brighton more than anybody else here, and that is at its core a Phoenix core from ACL. Those dudes are all individually very good top players. Everybody, including Jays, even the new age guys that aren't necessarily like part of the Phoenix crew, they're all very good individually. They never win together. That core of players, Phoenix, when they're together, they've played together for I think like God, probably going on 6.5 years at this point, and they haven't won a single competition together. When they go elsewhere and they separate and they do their own thing, everybody's won stuff individually or with a handful of them together. But when they're all together, they never win. So you know what's going to happen? They're probably going to do what they're doing right now, where they get really close and it looks like it's realistic, and then something's going to happen. Something in the next 2 or 3 game days is going to go wildly wrong, and then
who are the
suck.
Phoenix players they're talking about?
Reject him, Logston, Hot Pants, Midget, Walker. That's
only like half. Come on, brother.
Oh, who else is there? You, Slays, Stride. Deering. Deering's one of them. There you go. There's another one.
I think even Brighton is kind of like surprised with her, right? Because like obviously they know they haven't
A
been playing
bit.
good. they know they haven't been playing the best. Like their offense have been bailing them out every game, and your offense can only bail you out until a certain extent. And I think they've reached their limit.
Can I counter that though with a little bit of like the offense has like overperformed a bit, but I also think our defense has like underperformed in a way that it'll kind of even out. Like I think our defense over the second half will be better, and I think our offense, like if it stays the same, like I think we should be title contenders. But if it goes down, like we should still kind of be beating the teams that we should be beating. But I will say that I think we are title contenders only because I think Madrid has been. I just think Madrid, Ajax, and Bayern are like the weakest they've been in a while. I mean, Ajax has only been what, like one season.
That's well put. No, you're right. I agree with that.
No, but I don't think it's the weakest we've been. I think this FIFA has just been like more catering to teams that sit back and like trying to counter the teams that press hard. Like I don't really think it's just been us being weak. It's just,
I think that's part of it. But Money, if you think about it. In the past,
yeah, but like they all have individually their own problems like that they don't typically have, I guess. And Ajax is just like without tails in the middle is hard.
It's not even just that. You used to say if you looked at Bayern's roster or Orlando's roster, however many seasons in FIFA's back, if you looked at their front 5 or if you looked at their 11, you would say 100% position for position, almost 8 or 9 out of your positions, you had a top 2 player in those positions. Now, I don't think so. I don't think either one of your strikers are top 5.
What? I don't. Striker wise, okay, guys, that's fine. I agree with you.
I don't think either one of your outside mids are top 5. Or if they are, it's like you, not the other one.
Oh, you don't think I'm top 5?
I think they're really good guys in the league now.
Really good sandwich.
Your opinion versus
what the fuck, Cage? Out of nowhere with the sandwich, you that high?
Your opinion versus your opinion versus facts doesn't mean shit to me. If you give me your opinion with facts, then maybe we could talk. But when you say, "Oh yeah, you're awesome," it's no. No, don't get me started, boys. I swear to God, I'll fucking roast your shit on goddamn. I'll roast your shit live right now.
Go in on his ass.
Give me
eat my ass,
facts. Give me facts versus opinion. Don't give me your opinion. Give me facts.
Okay, facts. I mean,
my outside mid's what?
Who's your other outside mid? Is it Sergio or is it Pony?
It's me and Sergio.
Okay, Sergio's good, but he's never been like verifiably top 5. He's been like kind of like fringe top 5. He's good at moving the ball, but he's not really the best finisher.
Better than one of your outside mids. Who's the other one? Me. Okay, me versus your other outside mid. Who's better?
Are you better than my outside mids? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Waznico, Giovanni, and Zeus? No, I think that Waznico, Giovanni, and Zeus, and you and Sergio are all kind of in the same category. You're all like right around. You're all right around top 5. You're not really. None of you are like really a slam dunk. I mean, Zeus on his best day, I think, is like the best fucking outside in the league. Giovanni
he
actually
hasn't had a good day in a month.
That's not true. Zeus has actually like carried us in some games where he's made nothing or something out of nothing, I should say. Waznico is a lot better than I thought that he was, and Giovanni the same thing. Giovanni and Waznico have been great.
Are you saying stats don't matter?
It depends on how the team plays. We don't really use our outside mids as much.
It doesn't
Oh
depend,
my
bro. No,
gosh.
stop. I'm done talking to you. We're done.
But like, look at your back line. Who's your third CB? Pep, Wani, and who?
Wani and Pony, they're all better than all your CBs. What's the
Okay,
question?
Pony's past his best days.
Okay,
Wani,
Isco, don't even try to argue that, bro. Don't even. It's not worth
Stop.
you
Stop
think? No,
having
my
it.
point was only that in the past, the argument that Aaron and I were making was that Bayern, Ajax, and Madrid are the most vulnerable that they've been in recent memory. And if you look at
Just talk
Bayern's
about every
team, they
stream.
used to have a top 2 player just
Wani,
about
Pep,
at every
and
position.
Pony.
Even
say-
you know what
I
I'll
say
say?
the
Hang on, time out. Hang on. The biggest difference.
CM and Lake addressing.
I was just about to say. No, time out. Hang on. This is my point. I was just to make this point. Lake is a fucking monster. He's better than he was last season and last FIFA, in my opinion. This is the best that I've seen Lake in the time that I've known him. For whatever, I don't know what happened this season. Lake is having a phenomenal season. I tout him to be
Daddy's back.
like the MVP of the league this season. For whatever,
Because Daddy's back.
something happened. But I will say, contrasting to that, CM.
He's
I
literally
don't think that he's
CM
as
right behind Lake.
No, I don't
CM
think he's as good as he used to be. I used to think CM9 was the best player in the league. Just to be
Literally,
clear.
he's right behind Lake.
CM plays
The
on
stats
high
are there.
ping.
He is literally right behind him. You cannot
CM
make
plays
the
on
argument.
high ping and still gets good stats.
Yeah.
I'm probably taking.
He's on like 150 ping and the second best.
I'm probably
team in the league.
taking 5 or 6 DMs in front of CM right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that's why
you're
you're
slow.
where you're at, and that's why Bayern is.
Exactly.
What? Fucking 6 points ahead of me? What's the point?
No, that's why Bayern's in
That's
fourth
exactly
and
why
you're
you
in
got.
eighth.
Yeah, that's what exactly why you got Ryu and Jackie Chan, and I got CM and Lake.
I don't have
exactly
either one of
why.
those players. I don't have either one of those players on my team.
Yeah, exactly. And you had to replace them for you because that's how bad they were. That's how
I'm
much
not
of a
playing-
fucking IQ you have.
No.
I'm
Tell
not
him.
playing DM anymore either, but okay.
But I
keep
think
saying
we
mean
did drift
words.
off topic a little bit, just a tad bit, so we should go back to buy and sell.
Yeah, so we should.
Yeah, Vic, what was the next one? Oh, well, okay.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't even
This-
get to say anything, but Brighton is definitely a
Yo,
shit
what a
top
buy and
contender
sell
as well.
question. These are my
wait,
favorite.
we didn't even let Jason Bell say something. Oh my god, we're so silly.
I said my piece.
All I'm gonna say is
Enter
we've
was-
never been this close, this far in the season. We're about halfway, and like we've been at like the top, like maybe week 1 or week 2, but we're like at the top right now. And just because we're a title contender doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna win it necessarily, but we're gonna be there, I think. Because usually we have a much better second half of the
Define
season.
that.
What?
Define be there. What does that mean?
Like in the title race.
Yeah, give me what's the title race?
To be fair, this is
Like,
a big
Within like
praise.
2 games. So like I'd like
So you think
5,
you're gonna be
6
within
points.
6 points of
Oh yeah,
winning.
we were only 10 points off last season. Why?
right.
Why did we
How
like?
many-
We can't.
how-
We can't
how-
get
how
To be
bet
fair,
closer.
Let's
there's
make
a
a
big
let's take a
praise-
gentleman's wager here, huh?
My God, dude. Yeah, gentleman's wager. Meanwhile, like you talk shit about like your own placement of your team, even though you put them at 13th. Okay.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
Dave. Let him know how you really feel.
This is a
Jay
big
just doesn't
testament
wanna have to
and
be
a
held true to
big
his word.
praise.
You don't think I
to my
got
boy-
Shekels on deck?
There's a big testament and praise of my boy Midget, who hasn't made big signings, but is in a higher position than he was last season. So
The fuck?
We said big, not minor.
Big signing. Big signing Bell.
Massive signing.
To be
Didn't
honest,
wrap,
like
didn't wrap
last-
this
hey,
team.
no,
All
to
I
be
know
honest,
is last time I played outside men's Super League, I came in third too. So I mean, it's the prophecy.
it's midseason also. To be honest, it's a big shout out to Midget because he has been doing better with the same, if not a little bit more. So shout out to my boy Xavier.
After getting rid of a Tots DM who was cancerous to the team.
He plays Cam and
Oh
DM
my
at the
God.
same time against
still there,
Bayern.
Jace?
So
We did better without you, bozo.
And I won a cup without you. Haha.
Did better in the league. That's literally what I
Anyway,
just said.
we're gonna get back to so.
next one.
Yeah, Toronto.
Well, obviously now they will be into relegation because all of them quit on the team. They're all quitters and they can't stand 2 losses in a row. Oh my God!
This one was written before they folded.
This was
whatever.
a fucking wordy ass question. God damn, I didn't answer this one either.
Because it's not a
Whatever-
question, it's a statement.
I know it's wordy.
Whatever
Do
would you
it.
do?
All right, next.
What do we do when we lose 2 times in a row? We fold. Congrats, fucking weirdos.
We'll jump into the relegation playoff spots and miss out on potential. What's going on? Why gotta have like 17 words for
How
a
long
statement,
was
bro?
this dude on this team? Like, I don't get like how you can take a team and like bring them up potentially, then just like fold when like it gets tough. Like, I don't get that. You have
These
just
guys
like
were
no
Celtic.
loyalty to
They
the
were
team.
Celtic last season, so they won a season and a half.
Also, my boy Wani is looking for a team for BYOT, so hit him up if you are intrigued.
Why would I want to not top 2 CB? Got him.
You literally tried to snake him inside of like in the BYOT. Hey Wani, why don't you go play for a real team? Yeah, a real
Bro,
team.
this goes on. This goes on as like RT News vibes tonight. Like everything is
He's a
just
weirdo,
propaganda.
bro. Literally tried to snake Wani in front of me.
Well, my
Like,
info
what am I
wars
hearing?
vibes.
All right, next.
Info Wars
Next
is right
question.
sometimes.
All
Stop
the
the cap.
time.
Barcelona will end the
Cease.
season as League One champions, given their strong start.
This was answered a week ago. So, but they're still right there at second place.
Yeah, they're second first.
I just want to let Makino know right now. If you don't win League One, I will find out where you live. I will rip out your
butt.
And I will rip out your tongue and eat my own ass with your tongue.
Oh, keep going.
Yo,
That's
Are you
it.
done?
All
That was
right.
it?
All right,
Anybody
thanks
else?
for watching, everyone.
insane imagery.
Demonetized.
Shout out to my boy Hot Pants, one of the best goalkeepers in Super League. He was slept on, but I had him on my ones to watch, and he is one to watch, baby.
All right,
Okay, well,
This is a pretty lame statement, I should say. Pretty lame buy and sell. Barcelona will end the season as League One
okay,
champions.
you say that one more time, Mother. We asked you for your help, and you gladly denied. So you have no.
I know, but I
I think it's a
Honestly,
buy. I think it's
no.
between Barcelona and Chelsea, and I just picked Barcelona because of the
I
question.
honestly don't know who's on Barcelona besides Makino. So if you're on Barcelona, keep going. Hoorah!
Keep it up, champ.
I'm pretty sure.
It's an okay statement, I guess. I sold because I mean,
Bro, like if you spent more time focusing on the question than how it's like worded, Jesus Christ.
no,
we
I
could
don't
get
actually care about the
somewhere.
wording. I just don't like the question this time. I don't really care who wins League One, and I don't know. Barcelona's just not that good. Chelsea has a lot of good players. They're not going to win. Simple.
Next.
Did you
All
just
right.
shit on all of Chelsea because they didn't sign with us at Leipzig?
Yeah, but they're all good. That's why I tried to sign them.
Yo.
Yeah.
League Two
Alright,
should be
this is the one
disbanded,
that's making
and
everyone
those
pop in. League 2 should be
teams.
disbanded, and those teams
It's
should
gonna
be
be-
Everybody in the Twitch chat, just tap in. Come on, just tap in with the answer, because we all bought, bitch.
So yeah, I don't think there's too much to be argued about. They get exile, get it out.
I think it would just make it more competitive, and
Go ahead.
I just think it'd make it more competitive, and also I think it would make people like learn more about League One because with nobody care. I mean, like even on the show, like nobody really focuses that much on League Two, barely on League One. It's mostly on Super League. I think if they did that, it would make it more competitive for
I
League
agree.
One.
I'm reading a comment right now, which I want to read out loud by Mysterious Smokes. He said that in parentheses, top teams are more vulnerable because 17 teams in Super League have half a break in the season. Past seasons, random, really good teams have been in other leagues. I disagree with that. I really think this FIFA really, really, really helps bad teams beat good teams. because
You're
you can
right.
honest-
I think both are true money. He's
you
right
can-
though. You don't think there's more good players in Super League right now?
There are, but that hasn't just been the case this season. But this FIFA has also brought the worst teams to beat the really good teams because they can also sit back and attack. They can sit back. With
What
the
team
whole
are you referring to? I actually don't. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah,
Everyone thought
Man.
Man U was going to get relegated because of how this FIFA plays. They're literally in 13th, which is 3 points off of fucking City.
One of them teams. There's teams in late night. There's teams in.
Did they take points off of you though? Like I don't understand where you're getting this from.
No, they did. They sat back with 9, 10 players and countered with 3 and scored.
I think we beat them if I remember correctly. Maybe they beat us. I don't remember.
It's fine, but like
We won.
my case is this FIFA, complete FIFA, has been consistent of like having bad teams.
I mean, do you want them to go toe to toe with you though?
I don't. They can't win, but like I'm not saying they've been playing better. Like they haven't been playing better, but they've been countering, and that's all they've been doing. Like bad teams sit back and then counter with like LBYs or Ys that work.
All right, here I'll make
a
a hot take here because I'm the hot take king. I think that there are less premier defenders in the league than there have been at any other point in Pro Club's history. I think that there are the most premier attackers that there has ever been in Pro Club's history.
I'd agree with that. There's more average defenders than there are like star defenders.
And I think that's why you're seeing what you're seeing, Money, is because I don't think it's the FIFA. I think it's the people on the FIFA. I think that there are a lot more guys who are like mechanically good at the game itself nowadays. And back in the day, you didn't really see that as much because it was like the guys who were mechanically good were like the gods of FIFA, and they were always in the top two teams, like the Draxlers or whatever, or even I don't think he's good, but the Kessies of the world, etc. Nowadays, it's like some bum like me can recruit some motherfucker named Surge who's got like a third hand that he uses to do the shit that he does, and I can't fucking do it. So it's like that shit didn't used to exist, where it's like the talent for offense is dispersed all over the place, whereas defense, it's like no offense, defenders in the league, if there's defenders in the chat that are gonna get offended by this, but like there's Solar, there's Pep. Those are like the two that are like kind of like standouts.
But I feel like the teams nowadays that
Spectrum is nice, bro. Don't sleep.
The teams right now that actually park and counter, they don't get caught because everybody knows they're bad, but they don't people don't really see how much they park. They actually
you're arguing that's OP, but they're like in like 15th, aren't they?
13th. Manu's at 13th.
It's not that effective what they're doing.
If their goal is to stay up, it's pretty effective.
Well, sure, but Money's making it sound like these motherfuckers are just like walking away with games. They have a negative 10 goal differential. That's like the 5th worst in the league.
Yeah, but they're in 13th. Like we all thought that they were relegation fodder. Like that's the point.
Are they not? They're like 5 points outside of relegation or whatever.
They're 13th, bro. They're not relegation fodder.
They're 5 points away from 17th, which is relegation now. I think you're forgetting that 17th is relegation.
They're 13th.
Yes, and 18 points.
We thought that they were going to be like 20th.
I never thought they were going to be 20th.
Oh, do we got to bring up the fucking predictions from the beginning of the season again?
I'll go grab it. Give me a sec.
I just
know this FIFA for sure, brother. Like, bad teams have a really good chance of beating the really good team because the good teams impress them.
I disagree.
And
the defending is just poor.
What do you mean you disagree? I don't understand.
Yeah, this is my
we got
two slots off.
What the fuck? I was third.
Dude, that was a bit off.
Bit off.
Oh damn!
This is actually pretty good though. I mean, Benfica's who's Boca again? Isn't Boca actually good?
Okay, you said Lyon was going to be 18th and they're 6th.
There's no way near this. I think mine was.
No, they're not. They're not 6th. They're fucking folded. What are you talking about? I was basically right. They're done.
That's cap. You were wrong.
Ronaldinho said, "Can we talk?"
Look at that
about
list. That's pretty good. Bayer Leverkusen's basically in the same spot. LA Galaxy's at the bottom of the league. I mean, the only ones I got really wrong were like Atletico, I guess City. But the rest of them really aren't that far off. That's not that bad.
Valencia.
I don't think there's going to be a way that you can make that work.
A lot of these teams just white ball and WY, and that shit is so hideous.
Defending is also just poor. Like the bundles, bundles have just gone up.
These
like
teams on this list, Y or LBY until they get something, bro, and then they sit back.
Okay, so then get better defenders who can market. Like I don't know why you keep bitching.
No, it's just like why are you playing?
My defenders are better than your defenders. Dude? What do you mean? You can see this.
It was a good thought, babe.
I tried. I wanted to get him on the screen at the same time.
I think the only way they could do it was if you like quickly
did
like a snippet tool on like.
We talk about how it's not David signed for Isco after Isco didn't know who he was last podcast.
Yeah,
I didn't know who it was. To be honest with you, I still don't know who he is. I like him though.
So desperate, like any good play, you get a whiff of them and you just sign him.
Who told you to sign him? Then let's go.
Murray did. Murray and somebody else.
So why we not having Murray on this podcast instead of you? You're not the manager, brother.
This is a manager podcast. Why is Jace here then? Why is Aaron here?
I'm a big boy admin. I got power.
Next question.
Oh, so that's why you're here because your power status.
I don't speak through my shit like that.
This week or what?
Are there any more buy and sells? I was gonna say that was the last one. I thought.
How many teams should be in League One if they're added?
I think
combined.
They should extend 20. But then they should extend Super League as well. They might as well.
It should be 20, and then we should actually be allowed to have players. Because my issue right now on Leipzig.
Okay, but like if you destroy 16 teams, that's a ton of players that just can't play anymore.
Yeah, do you know how many teams don't have players right now, Jace? Like, there's a lot of teams
teams and 4 Super League teams that go down and up.
I've played. Okay, LA Galaxy. I can give you my word doesn't have a full 11 because we played them in the Super.
No, I understand,
No,
but
it
like
was a cup
you
match.
don't like. Okay, if you made the Super League like championship, 24 teams, 26, maybe even 30. I know. You know what? Let's do like 24, 26 for League One, and then keep the Super League at 20. I think that would be the best.
I mean, you can add like, I guess like 2 more team slots, but I still think that it's better to just like. Give
I don't want to do. Yeah, but like if you do. The other problem is if you start adding more teams to leagues, you have to extend the season even longer because you have to play everyone twice essentially,
or just add more 3 game nights.
No,
I like 3 game nights.
That's because you're a fucking nerd,
dude. I'm the one that was just saying not to play in 15 leagues.
All right, touch grass, bro. I don't want more 3 fucking games.
Anyway, so you don't see it. You don't see it as badly as I do. But on like Brighton, for example, like Midget has done a good job where like he's friends with everybody on the team. They've all known each other forever. So certain guys don't mind coming to play for them and being a backup, so the rest of them can play and all that. Yada yada yada. On a lot of our teams and myself, my team included, like I've had a really hard time finding guys that want to be rotational. Thank God the Law is a nice guy because he's been sticking around even though he hasn't got a lot of playing time. And he's finally going to get his shine here pretty soon. But like, it would be really nice if I had some League 1 or League 2 guys that like want to like come on and like get some play time and like get.
Who's your cam right now?
Who's my cam?
Yeah,
me and Zeus.
Wait. Let me say something. Because
how does this
Go
feel
ahead,
about
sorry.
being? How does this feel that you're about to bench him again?
I'm not benching him. You're probably gonna go back to that submit. What are you talking about? He's cool. What's up? What are you trying to start?
Okay. No, just making
Why
sure.
is the law? Why is the law rotational? He's the best DM on your roster. You think?
Honestly, I think the Law is good.
bro,
we
Law.
just had.
Does anyone remember Bang Nation back in the day?
Yeah,
I remember.
Damn,
Bang
me
Nation,
and the Law on Bang Nation first. No, that was great. It was good times.
He's a good player.
Yeah. We answered that question before the crossplay announcement came out. So would we still, because somebody just mentioned it before, that like we're trying to get rid of it, but we answered that question before crossplay was rumored. So would you still get rid of L2 if crossplay was coming?
Yeah.
So you'd still do it? Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if I would actually do it because I would want that structure to be there if we're going to like expand and get more players, but it's a rumor, so I don't.
No, might as well just pack it in. More backups.
Not necessarily, yeah, but like we could just shrink L1 to like 10 teams or something. I don't know. I mean L2. There's no good option, obviously. Like, isn't it 6? No, it's 16. I thought.
Is it? I don't know. Clue.
I thought it was. Yeah.
Oh wait, I gave him a shout out. It was Rhino that got me to sign David, not Murray. Murray's trying to take
fake news.
Anyway, all right. Marquee matchups.
Marquee matchups.
Yeah.
I'm on my
Kudos.
by myself.
What a marquee matchup!
I
think the real life matchup would be more interesting than what I'm saying.
Good shit, by the way, Ryu. Good pick on this one because fucking who gives a fuck?
Okay, don't
Stop calling him Ryu. He's not fucking.
Leave him alone.
He's not a street fighter, bro. Stop calling him Ryu. What the fuck am I hearing? It's Ryo, right?
Yeah.
How do you guys both get it wrong?
I'm fucking drunk.
Ryu?
I said
Rio.
Mauricio.
We're Buffalo.
All right.
Next slide. Fuck this shit. Nobody cares.
Oh.
Okay, bitch.
Interesting. Okay, let's hear Isco and Jay's.
Okay, well, I just said a draw because like both their defenses aren't necessarily as good, but both their offenses are like potent. So I just said I said 2-2 draw. I'm not sure why there's no number, but I said 2-2 draw.
What'd you say, Isco?
Potent.
Yeah, that's a good word. I was given draw by Ryu, and I would probably lean between draw and I don't know. I feel like I would pick Bayern on this one. I don't actually think Bayern's better, but for whatever reason, head to head, Bayern just got their number. I don't think that Ajax has beaten them that many times. I'm pretty sure that if you line up all the times they've played each other, I think Bayern probably has more wins. I don't know that for a fact, but I think that that's the case. Money, is that right?
I think you know our body and you know what you're talking about, and For that reason, I am in.
You think what? Yeah, I understand half of
It's
it.
just because recently Ajax have been having struggles. I don't know what's been going on with them. Like they've had some
Luigi said money dropped out of high school 110%. To be fair, Murray, go fuck yourself and fuck Canada, you dumb fucking, you fucking caterpillar eyebrow having ass bitch.
Tell him that he's a. Tell him he. I can't even say that either. Fuck, there's a lot of shit I can't say on here.
Is there another
You
one?
can say it.
No, I can't.
No one's gonna
Live in
stop you.
Canada and all Canadians are pussies. Next question.
Oh.
Actually, Cage, what did you think about this?
Oh, I mean, I just like I said, their results recently have not been normal. So I don't think they're gonna win. I don't know.
So is hang on. Great parallel. Is this season's Ajax the season of Real Madrid when Fuddy went to Portugal and they found out that Real Madrid only went as far as Fuddy took them, and that was their version of Dumpy King.
No, because they're literally still tied for first place.
Yeah, but they were running away with first place before.
Maybe.
I think Tails was a big part of their offense. I think he knows their strikers more than.
Better, but they're still good without him.
I think it's, he knows more, their strikers more than whoever else is running it. Yeah, like Tails was like a part of like this offense, and like I said last season, he will be missed, and he is, and I will still thump that thing from a mile away.
I think that if you took out Evan, or if you took out Limit, or if you took out Jay, or if you took out Ace before he stopped playing, I don't think he's played that much this season. Maybe he has. I don't know.
Ace plays for Madrid now.
He's on Madrid.
Oh, there you go. Just I'm trying to pay attention. If you took out any one of those players in that team, though, I don't think they make as big of an impact as like removing Tails does. Although now that you tell me that Ace and Tails left, that's a lot of potent attackers, as Jays would say. That's no longer on the team.
Potent.
I think Bayern has more big game experience, and that's why I would give the edge to Bayern, just because they have players that have played like better competition longer. But I like Ajax's. I think Ajax's play style with the strikers, like they like are more consistent against bad teams than Bayern's attackers, just because I think Bayern's attack sometimes overthinks things against bad teams. That's just how like the better players are when you get to a certain point. So I would lean Bayern.
You know what? Actually, I'm changing. I'm picking Ajax. I'm thinking in my head right now.
Isco changes his mind.
Yeah, I'm switching up. I'm
a Barbie girl.
I'm a slave to the facts, as one would say. I can't overcome the facts. The facts are what they are.
Now you're using facts. Got it.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Bayern's defense, not as good as they were last season when they were holding a bunch of clean sheets. When they beat Ajax in seasons past, it's because their defense was as good as they were and they could stop that offense. I will say the redeeming qualities that surround Bayern are
the same.
The redeeming quality. Shut up. The redeeming qualities that surround Bayern are basically like what Aaron just said. It's big game, having been there and done that, and guys that are like comfortable. It has nothing to do with the actual quality of the team. They're really not that scary. Like their 11 now is not that elite, but like Ajax, Ajax just kind of lost Dumpy King, and that's the only difference. So I think Ajax is closer to what they were than Bayern is to what they were. I'll put it that way.
That was Ace and Tails, right?
Someone else.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Aaron?
They lost Ace too, didn't they? So it's like
Ace and
they
Tails,
have like
yes. But who they have to replace Ace though?
No.
Pushing's on Bayern, ain't he? Where's I don't know where Pushing is.
Last
but
time is for Bayern or Jay and Dustin.
Evan, I sucked until last week because you were good, but
Dustin?
now you suck, so you don't get sucked. See what happens?
I think this like these two like our two teams have always have like.
Oh, that's right. They have Dustin and outside mid money. How do you feel about Dustin replacing Ace?
Dustin's not bad. Well, he's literally better than your outside mids, bro.
Better than mine?
Only more valuable.
Okay.
It's going top 5 outside mids right now.
Top 5 outside mids in the league?
Oh no, here we go.
No, League 2. Do League 2. Top 5 outside mids. Retard fuck.
How about let's
You did not just do that.
give me some names. Give me some names. I'll tell you if they're top 5.
No. Just give me.
Because the thing is, I have such a
what?
hard time remembering. There's actually a lot of good players nowadays. Okay, so slam dunks. I'm gonna try to go unbiased, so I'm not gonna pick like who I prefer because there's some guys that I drop even though everybody else thinks that they're great. So like for example, like I don't think Kessie's good. Everybody else says I'll say Kessie's good even though I don't actually believe it. I'll put Jay Galazzo top 5 even though I don't actually believe it. So Jay Galazzo is top 5 outside mid. Ace is top 5 outside mid even if his stats don't reflect it. Zeus when he's playing outside mid.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God.
Who's outside mid for Brighton? Who's outside mid for Brighton?
Who's chuckling back there?
Me and Sean.
Oh, yeah, not those two.
Sean and Ballard's getting aired.
Yeah, definitely not those two.
Gaff.
What position does like Willie and all them play on Chelsea?
Chelsea from League One?
Yeah, Willie's good, bro. There's some good guys that like aren't on like top league teams.
Cage, ain't no way you getting air for Willie, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
Willie was on Inter. Dumb fuck.
I'm just grinding up.
Okay, Willie's
He
up
plays
there.
Cam. He's not outside mid.
Okay, no, Willie's not up there.
What
Jordy, that's a good shout. Jordy's up there. I forgot about Jordy. Jordy's a good shout.
Jordy is a good shout. That's my boy Jordy Reyes. Follow him.
I guess money. I think you're probably up there. I think you're probably near there. I don't know, bro. You're just not good at dribbling. Like I just don't like outside mids that can't dribble, and you suck at dribbling. Same thing with Cage.
Oh, it's not that I suck. I don't try.
Yeah,
you have. Here's the thing. If I'm getting clamped up by DMs, I try to think of it this way: who makes me
Happens
better?
a lot.
When I'm at Cam, I'm getting locked up by DMs, right? I want an outside mid who, if I'm having a tough game, can create something out of nothing. If the A pass isn't there, can they like move a defender out of the way to try to like open up an angle?
No, if they're good enough, the A pass will be there.
I don't think that Cage can do that. I don't think. Okay, yeah, and that's why your team sucks.
Have you
money can't do that either.
Verify your opinion.
Have you not seen my late night games? Like I'm cracked.
I don't know. That's a good question. What sparked the top 5 outside mid conversation? What was the whole root of that?
It was money. I don't know. He just was asking your opinion.
Because you what were we talking about?
Dustin,
that's right. For sure, Dustin is not a top 5 outside mid.
Let me ask you a question.
It's just weird, bro. It's just weird because like the good ones, like realistically, I mean, obviously, like stats count for something, but like you don't want the dribblers that just spin around in circles because they're always on like mid-table teams and that like, it looks like they're good, but they're not. Like you want DMs that are outside mids that literally just don't lose the ball, can space the floor with like give your DM space to pass to the striker and like just keep the shape and like just. Because on
I
good teams,
agree with
they
you
really
to an extent, but I think that you're also doing a little bit of like revisionism here. Like that's kind of like the way that it used to be. The top outside mids are not like that. Like Ace, bro, Ace is fucking filthy. Jordy's fucking filthy. They're not wall passes. Like I think that you're kind of right, but I think that's just because the top teams just used to have outside mids that were like that. I think that now that there's so many good outside mids, you coming to find out that guys who can do that, but also have the
because
exactly,
like when I watch him, it's like he does very simple stuff like the majority of the game, and then when he's forced to beat someone off the dribble or beat someone and shoot, he's really good at it.
Marie comments. You said money is so basic. I can defend them with a pro camera. Is that what you've been playing with all season, brother? Because your goddamn goal contributions have been showing up, bro.
In fairness to Zeus, he has had a lot of really good goal scoring opportunities, and people just haven't finished sometimes.
Zeus, when you show up, brother, when you show up with stats, come holler at me, brother. You're just a French foot cunt. That's all all ever gonna be. Congrats, brother.
Said I'm hurt, Isco. Elite, you left my team because they put you at outside mid. You want to go play striker.
Zeus went from getting bodied off of Madrid to getting bodied off of Leipzig. Good job, Zeus, bro. You're doing a good job.
In Cage,
fucking pussy.
I think that you and Money are close to top 5. I don't know. Money's probably just barely there, and I think that you just. I don't know what I think that
Very
outside mid is kind of
true.
one of those positions where it's like I know that I used to get made fun of for this, but now it's pretty evident that it matters. What do you have you ever played FUT before? Have you ever played Ultimate Team?
I was never
Bro, I
good.
used to be afraid about defending Cage, but like that was like 3 seasons ago, not anymore.
Oh, why?
I used to be afraid. I used to be afraid
Wait, man,
of
I
people that
openly
play
admit
foot.
I'm not good at dribbling. I know why people fucking.
Yeah, I
used
know.
to be
I
afraid
don't
of people
really
play
remember
foot
why
and-
exactly.
People don't
That's
really
all I
get
remember.
worried about me fucking skilling. It's just the passes I pick out. Are
Yeah,
good.
you're
You gotta
kind
worry
of. I mean,
about-
especially when you're high, like you're just easy to clamp. Honestly, it's kind of sad.
And I
You
still
gotta worry
dot up
about
your fucking
is
team,
guys
stupid
is
little
a
bitch.
ball rule scoop turn because that's what they know how to do, and all of a sudden they're good, huh? That's just crazy to me.
I mean,
Uh,
what makes you what does Zeus do that you don't think that he's good?
Pass the ball. He wants to do everything but pass the ball.
Hey, I'll say it publicly. I think if Zeus passed inside more and quicker with an A pass, I think
But
that
he
he would be
doesn't.
better.
But he doesn't know how to do it because
No,
he
it's
wants
not
to,
true. He does. That's not
wants
true.
to-
That's
he wants-
stop. Nope.
he
Now
wants
you're going
to-
crazy.
he-
See,
he
you were
wants-
right, and now you're going crazy.
He wants to look so good, bro, and it's crazy. I mean, like people
Nope.
people that come from foot, the pro clubs, think they're I'm gonna crack that man because I can ball or a scoop turn or look at my cancel. No, you don't
It's
have to
not
do
about
that outside
dribbling,
mid.
bro. I don't want
At
people to keep
outside mid, you have to
pointing out
move the
like that. You guys
ball.
are idiots if you
Move the
think so.
fucking ball.
It's literally outside
He
mid is literally
does.
how you move
I
the ball.
can-
That's it. There are ways to move the ball, whether it be dribbling or passing.
Okay, but
whatever.
here's the thing, though. I would rather somebody like Zeus who over dribbles at times than somebody who can't dribble. That's the difference.
And that's why your team was in 8th place.
But
Okay.
you'd rather have someone who. It's like, what if you just had an elite passer, but who's someone who can't dribble?
Wouldn't
They always pick
wouldn't,
a good
wouldn't
pass, never lost
suffice.
the ball.
Wouldn't suffice.
No, Evan, I'm not
Okay, but
calling out, but
I think
I'm
you're
calling out
confused
the
with like,
fucking people
losing
that
the
want
ball
to
and
fucking.
like dribbling. Like people can like not lose
I
the
think the
ball.
only people that should dribble or over dribble are the strikers, and that's about it.
Yeah,
Anybody
literally.
else,
No one else can
any,
over dribble.
anybody
he
else
can
should just
dribble.
pass the fucking ball and do their job, unless they want to look like, oh my god, look at my ball roll scoop turn, guys. I can do this shit. Shut the fuck up. Move the ball and get it moving. Come on, bro.
Agree.
You know,
Zeus, you could have smelled my jackstrap, bro. You good, bro? Come on.
As a Tots outside center back, I'm always like 100 times more terrified of an outside mid that like passes quick because if when I'm going against like a top level outside mid and I know it and like I'm
know what they're
useless and I
gonna
don't
do.
That's the
even
way it
touch
used
the
to be,
ball,
bro. That's the way it used to be.
then I'm scared as shit. But like when I know I'm going against a super dribbler and I can just hold LT and stand in front of him, and by the time he tries to go past me, I'm just gonna win it every
That's
time.
the way.
Like,
No,
Exactly.
that's the
That's-
way it used to be, bro. You have Aaron. You have not played center back against these new age guys. You would not hang.
I mean,
the
he
way that
plays
you used
outside
to.
mid. He plays
But
defense.
he doesn't. I know, but it's not the same. He does. You're right. The
Bro,
way that he
it's
plays
the
outside mid
same
is kind of like an outside center back. Okay,
It's the
my
same
point. I
thing.
don't play
It's
defense
the same
either.
center
Murray
backs that's
himself.
always
Okay,
played.
Murray's been playing longer than all of us, and he's a better defender than all of us in this chat right now. And Murray
Cap.
himself said that he would rather.
Cap, bro. You're
Ah,
fucking
I
capping.
don't know why you're lying. Murray's got more titles than anybody in this fucking call right now.
Not since he came back,
Oh.
bro.
That's not true.
lol.
What do you mean? He didn't win anything last season or this season?
What titles? What
Pretty
titles?
sure he's won stuff recently, but anyway,
pretty
the point,
sure.
the point stands.
Revisionist history.
He said verbatim, the better teams are easier to defend because you know what they're going to do. They're just going to look for an inside A pass or an RBX. They're never going to try to do some crazy shit. They're never going to try to like
There's
dribble.
a reason.
You
There's a
still
reason.
lose to them. You still lose to them.
There's a
What is
reason
it?
players like Zeus got money from Madrid because they don't know how to move the ball. They want to do too much. This is some guy that I know that has the fucking cockiness, but got muttered by Exile. He literally got yelled at by Exile and got muttered.
You're acting like Zeus does it because he's trying to show off. I don't think that
Okay.
that's why that happens.
An attack that does lots of quick A passes is 1,000 times harder to defend than an outside mid who likes to skill.
Listen,
1,000
as a
times
team in
harder.
the season DM, I disagree with you.
Your ass. You literally fell apart
Literally-
without me. I'm your father.
Yeah.
Yes.
Says
Let's
the
go!
not team in the season DM.
Well,
I'm on a Tots DM. I just make them. I produce them. You came from my ball sack.
You're both
Yeah.
ball sack.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Literally
of talking
every
about-
center back would agree with my sentiment.
I'm-
by the way,
No, no,
That's
you're
okay.
right.
I
when
don't
they
care
were
what
when they
other
were
center
all
backs say.
playing.
I'm the best
And-
attacker in the league right
I'm
now.
really
Anyway,
tired
I
of
don't have any
outside
shit
What?
defenders
players that
anymore.
aren't better than me talking shit to me. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It just, I don't know. I watching my defense in particular play
If you
against like. Go ahead.
If you're gonna keep playing Cam, please give the ball to Zeus because he needs something to do over there, bro. Because he keeps talking a lot of shit with no stats, and that's embarrassing. Come on, man. Just give him the ball.
A lot of
please,
good players on those sets. Okay, here's the thing. And Rhino, love you to death. Kawhi, I appreciate you, even though you're a little weird. My DMs together,
Zeus. Anytime of the week.
my DMs together had the most prolific stats of all the DMs in Super League for a short time. They were not good, and they were a large contributing factor to like why we were struggling on defense. They were statistically great, but not good on the field because they would have like these like one or two just like catastrophic blunders that would lead right into our net. That said, the opposite is true for being good. You can have a lot of like progression help. Like for example, Zeus, when he gets pressured in our own third, I never have to worry about him turning the ball over. He's so fucking good at dribbling. With you or Cage, you guys would be fucking turning the ball over 24/7 because you guys can't dribble.
You backed up Murray. You backed up Murray before the season started. You backed up Murray before the season started, and now look where you're at. You're blaming your defense about where you're at in the standings.
Murray's been great. David's been great. Our defense has been great since we switched stuff. David's been fantastic. Murray's been fantastic. Bacardo's been good. We've got fucking Rhinos balling out and figured this shit out. We've got Law coming into play now. Like, shit's working. I don't know why you're trying to like make shit.
Shit's working in 8th place, bro. Don't worry about the money.
I just know. Zeus got money from Madrid, and look where he's at now.
On a team that has a better offense than Madrid, you're right.
Yeah, does he have a better offense than us?
We do. We have more goals scored than Madrid. I don't know what you're saying, Cage. We have a better offense than Madrid, verifiably, factually.
What?
Yeah, but if your defense isn't as good, then what's the point?
Because we got rid of why the defense wasn't good. For fuck's sakes, we literally sold somebody.
Esco literally wants to like get all the foot rats on his team.
We literally sold two players that were part of why our defense wasn't good.
All the diet foot rats are joining his team.
The more Isco talks shit about a player, the more he actually wants him on the team. That's what everyone has to realize.
Well, I do as one of them. I do regret having to get rid of Blow. I had to get rid of somebody who I like genuinely like as like a person, like somebody who I consider like one of my Xbox friends, like Blow Dreezy. I've known Blow for a very long time on Xbox, and I love playing with him. But like in terms of like actually like contributions this season, he was good and had some decent games above average, and then he would just like shut his brain off and like get caught dribbling and like get a goal scored because of it. And I can't do that shit. I'd rather have a defender who's decent and never has a 10 out of 10 game, but like also never like fucks up and like causes a goal because of the way that they play. So, because of that, even though as much as I love Blow, had to send him off to a place that he'd prefer to.
And for that reason, Blow is out.
He's at Atletico Madrid, and then I got rid of Kawhi because Kawhi does the same shit. Has a very good game, play like a 9 out of 10, but then like for whatever dumb fuck reason, he'll like score an own goal like twice in one game. So it's like can't have that. So it is what it is. It's not David. It has been, or whatever his fucking name is, has been an animal. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he's really good. Law's gonna come in and play well. Classy can rotate in there. I can play DM at times if I have to. Our team's gonna be just friends. Stop talking about my team. Brighton sucks. Brighton's gonna fall down. Bayern's not as good as they used to be. Leipzig's gonna go on the up. I'm pretty sure. Shut up.
You said Bayern's not as good as they used to be, but for how many seasons now? Come on, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're getting steadily worse.
There, holy hell. Alrighty, well, I think that's about what we have. We have 15 minutes.
About as much Isco as I can take in a day.
I would like to finish off by saying that I can verifiably say verifiably as much as
verifiably get some bitches. Holy shit!
Wow, touch grass, Chase. Touch grass.
Can I get a good outside man to talk shit to me, please, bro? I'm tired of talking in French to this dude.
We'll catch you guys for our next episode.
I bodied you in the game. Your team lost the mind, dudes. Stop crying. Stop weeping. Look at my stats. Look at your stats. Look in the mirror and then talk to yourself.
Funny, he's better than you. Relax.
Yeah, look at my stats. Look at his. Come on, stop playing with me.
Stats don't tell the whole picture. He's better than you.
Oh, but you keep bringing up your assists. You're right. Stats don't matter, huh? You fucking bozo. Shut up. And the stream.
They matter for me, not for you.
Exactly. Oh, they matter for me, not for you. You listen to this dumbass? Come on, in the stream, Cage, where I get pissed off.
Come full circle.
Fucking retard, bro. I swear to God.
You fucking said it.
That's what his fucking team's made out of. Fucking retards, bro.
Oh my God, you almost lost to us.
Did you end it or what?
Hate all of you.
I did. I gave the outro.
Cage is so fucking high, bro.
Thanks, guys, for tuning into the Cage Cast. Yeah. We'll catch you guys.
Bro, how is this dude?
Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. How are you? How is the stream? Welcome in, Raiders.